Hello, everybody. My name is Scotty O'Shea, and I'm one of your hosts of the Diving Deep podcast. And I'm here as always with John Bird. John, how are you doing?
I am doing amazing, Scotty. I'm drinking chocolate milk right now. After a long day of work, and yeah.
So today, we're here to talk about the Mitchells versus the Machines. But before we go into that, John, my first day of work was yesterday.
Oh, yes.
6 hours long of standing in a movie theater where 25 tickets were sold all day. The slowest day of my life. But I'm getting the bag.
Exactly.
So, securing the bag. So us pirates can sail the 7 seas with our pockets full of gold.
Amen.
How was your day of work today?
So it was quite nice until about 8:30. In which case these little dwarven folk came in the sovereign land and decided to create chaos, I'd like to say. And then I was told by my boss not to let these gremlins die. So I have to say,
Lifeguard John.
it was pretty exhausting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So today we're here to talk about the Mitchells versus the Machines. And John, give me your quick thoughts on this movie.
Alrighty, I just want to say this movie is absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best animation movies to come out, like, I guess, for this year. Like, the way it's made, the creativity of it, I think it's just something we've never seen before, and I just really like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly think this belongs in the conversation of best animated movie of all time. I think it definitely fits up there, but I don't get Sony Pictures Animation. They make this. They make Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But then they go and make the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
Then they go and make the Hotel Transylvania sequels. Then they go and make the Smurfs movies. And just... why?
Don't hate on Hotel Transylvania.
The first one's good.
Amen.
But the second one is bad.
Oh,
The
yeah.
third one is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fourth one coming out next month.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
There's no need. There is no need. No. This movie is stunning. It is beautiful. The voice acting is amazing. The animation is some next level stuff. I could talk about how much I love this movie forever. I just finished watching it about 20 minutes ago, and I want to watch it again.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure this is also the first animated movie, like, ever, like, made by a big studio to have a LGBTQ plus character as the lead. So
I did not know she
hats
was
off
part
to
of the LGBTQ.
Did you not finish the last scene? The mom says, "Are you and Jade official yet? Are you bringing her home to Thanksgiving?"
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I was watching that scene with, like, the FaceTime and, like, the face filter.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I must have just completely missed the name.
Oh.
But I didn't know
Because that was, like, the
That's
girl
cool.
she'd been talking to. Like, her name was, like, Jade Runner 2049, Blade Runner. But yeah. And I thought she was. I wasn't going to come on and say, oh, she's gay if we didn't get that scene, but she had a rainbow pin on for half the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever she felt excitement or joy, like, rainbows would come out. So I was okay, you can put it together, but I didn't think that they would actually say it. Because, like, you know, we all know how China thinks about that stuff and how much the box office with China. But this movie went straight to Netflix, so, like, they're allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'm glad they did that. But other than that, the movie, it was so good. I think the meta humor was on point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think this is what Ralph Breaks the Internet should have been.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Ralph Breaks the Internet. I don't know what your thoughts on it are.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because I love the first one, and I think it's one of the best modern-day Disney movies. But then they ruined it in the sequel, in my opinion. I think it is terrible, and I think it was a cash grab, so they could make more money off the princesses. But this is what Ralph Breaks the Internet wishes it was.
Yeah, I agree.
What would you give this out of 100?
I give this, I'd say it's one of the best animations I've seen in a while, and so I'd give it around like a 90.
I'm gonna give this a 97.
Epic.
It was amazing. I really think it was amazing because I kind of saw myself a lot in what was her name, Katie.
Oh yeah.
Because she was going to film school. That's what I want to do. I want to, work in Hollywood as a director. That's my goal. To see myself in her. Now she says that movies have always been there for me, and that's exactly the way that I've always felt. It just meant a lot to me to see myself like that, or just to see a reflection of myself in this world, in this main character.
Yeah. It's truly beautiful.
It really was beautiful.
I related to the dinosaur kid the most.
Did you? What was his name? Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron, who's played by, I forget who.
It was the I think it was like the director of the movie.
Oh, it was?
I saw. And he was definitely had like Asperger's or something, or like autism, maybe. I think. I read online before I watched it that the movie did a good job at not just tackling like LGBT representation, but also like other forms, and I think this is what they meant. Because you could see he definitely has like a social or lack of social awareness for sure.
Yeah.
That maybe he just I think he was a little like, or something wrong. I think they did a good job, just not turning those characters into like plot devices and making him a competent character. And he was great.
Yeah.
But it was so weird how deep his voice was, considering he's supposed to be like 9.
Oh yeah.
It was that took me off guard. I thought that like there's something wrong with my TV audio, but then nope, that was what it was.
What did you think about the mom?
Oh, the mom was great.
Amen.
And so I think the dad was actually the standout. I think he was the best character because you can how much he cares. You got to see that more, and the scenes like with the video cameras she was rewatching, that got me. That was quite emotional. I can't lie. Especially I cried within the first 20 minutes of the movie. The scene where she first goes through the video camera and she sees all of like the stuff, but how her parents, how much they care for her, and it felt like a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Not many animation movies have made me ever cry other than Pixar. So I don't know why. And I also think this movie, like, its quality as a film also makes it feel like a Pixar movie, because whenever people think of the best animated movies of all time, everyone's mind thinks of the Toy Story movies, of Up, of Monsters, Inc., of The Incredibles, and all that stuff. And, this is one of my favorite movies, animated movies ever, I think. It's a near perfect film. Yeah, you got what I'm trying to say. I think it's like some of the best animated movies of all time. My personal favorite is Cars, but I don't think that's like one of the best. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Toy Story 3, Up, Monsters, Inc., Aladdin, The Lion King. Like, those are seen as the greats, and I believe this movie will be seen as one of the greats one day.
I agree with this very, very much. This movie, it as you said, definitely feels like a Pixar movie where like it has those moments where like kind of it's not as cartoony and it's more realistic with its emotions and stuff. But I think they had a good balance of like not having it be too, I guess, sad. And it was a very enjoy. I don't know the word. It's a pleasure to watch. Yes.
Now, what are your thoughts on the best characters, Eric and Deborah Bond?
I agree.
What are your thoughts on them?
Oh, the bots?
Yeah.
Muy bien. I don't even know how to describe it, but as soon as I saw the bots and they started like talking and stuff like that, I immediately now want to watch this movie with my family.
Yeah, and the way like they became part of a family.
Oh yeah.
Like that's awesome. Because in all of the animated movies, it seems about like apocalyptic takeovers, no one really cares about the things doing the takeover, and I think especially when it's robots and it's just like, yeah, this is a robot, I can't feel things. But to see the robots become humanized and how I think one of them says we saw this human could change his programming, so we decided we could change ours. You know, that's a line from a robot, but it actually says so much about the world and how we feel things as people, and how some days we just have stark mood changes. Then on other days, like, we wake up and we have a feeling like we're on the top of the world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we probably should have mentioned this was a spoiler review, but if you haven't seen this movie, please watch it. It's on Netflix. You don't have to like pay any extra fee. It's so good. And here's a little fun fact: did you know that did you watch Gravity Falls?
Yeah.
The creator voiced Dirk, like one of her friends, Katie's friends at college. Alex Hirsch, that was him.
Yeah, one of those voices. Was it during like the FaceTime scene where she was like calling all them? Yeah, one of those voices sounded familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Know that.
But John, movie theaters are coming back.
I know.
That's awesome. I'm thrilled. And did you see Eric Andres was like the guy who like was responsible for the end of the world? What was his name? Was it Mike?
No. Was...
Wait, I'm looking at Dr. Mark Bowman.
Oh. Also, the dog. Finally, he could see straight for just a moment. It was quite beautiful.
The dog was voiced by... Have you seen online Doug the Pug? He is this dog. I think he has a YouTube channel with like millions of subscribers for whatever reason.
I don't think I have.
Doug the Pug, 489,000 subscribers, has a video with over 50 million. 52 million views. Spider Pug. But that dog, they got a YouTube dog sensation to voice Moji.
Whoa. Emoji the dog? Wait, was that his name?
Yeah.
And he got his tuxedo at the end.
That
come true.
And did you know John Legend and Chrissy Teigen were the voices of the neighbors?
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were too amazing, those neighbors, and then they got captured.
Mm-hmm. And I found out, or I'm literally finding out as I'm on the Wikipedia page, the actress that played Katie is like 37.
What?
And yeah, the director, Mike Rionda, voiced the son.
Oh yeah, because isn't he, like, at the end they show, like, the real family?
The real Mitchell family? Yeah, And this is a Lord and Miller movie. Are you familiar with the legends who are Lord and Miller?
No.
Phil Lord, Chris Miller. Let me pull up their movies. They did the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs movies. They did the Lego movie. They executive produced Solo, and they were going to direct it, but that did not work. They executive produced Spider-Verse, and then they executive produced this.
Wow.
They are legends in the animation community.
That is cray.
So whenever their name's attached to something, you know it's going to be good.
What is their next project, or is it...
Spider-Verse 2. Which still isn't going to come out for another, year and a half.
That's upsetting. I want it to come out now.
I agree. I'm actually kind of scared, though. Does Spider-Verse need a sequel?
Yeah.
See, I don't know if it does. I don't know. I love Spider-Verse. It's great. Obviously, everybody who has ever seen it agrees with that. But it just ended so perfectly. And I don't know how they would, get all the Spider people back together, because the machine is closed. It's done.
Yeah.
It would just feel like... for the sake of making another movie, let's make another movie.
Yeah, it does feel like that. But John Mulaney is Spider-Pig. I mean,
True.
Nick
Spider-Ham, Nick Cage as Spider-Man Noir.
I wonder if John Mulaney did drugs and had to go to rehab because he was too far into the character Spider-Ham.
Oh my god. Are you good, John?
Like, he did a deep dive of the character and just got completely blown out, you know?
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened.
The timeline adds up, at least to my timeline.
It definitely doesn't. John Mulaney went into rehab this Christmas. 2 years after the movie came out.
Logan is not happy. Why did it, like...
Oh, your camera just, died.
It
Lack
did.
of focus. Do the YouTube trick. There we go.
Trick. Did it.
YouTube trick. Oh my god, the air conditioning is so beautiful.
It truly is.
It got... Now, where we live in Massachusetts, so, northeast, the weather here...
Yeah.
It's winter, then it's 2 weeks of spring, and it's summer. It's May 22nd. It's 87 degrees out on May 22nd. It's terrible.
It is quite terrible. Right.
No.
What happened, Scotty?
I'm getting texts from a group chat. A certain friend of mine is is running for class president. And I think you know who this is. And he made stickers that he's not allowed to hand out.
Oh my
On
God.
the form it says absolutely nothing may be distributed during campaigning week. Cringe.
I would have taken one of those stickers any day.
And it says an infraction in any of these rules by any candidate will result in disciplinary consequences from school administration. Oh my god.
Alright, so I think what this means is the beep, and the Prince and the Vis need to take a chill pill, okay? Disciplinary measures for animal
I
stickers.
don't really know if this is them. You know who's in charge of the
Oh, wait.
for school office
Oh,
thing.
no.
Yeah.
Is it
You know
debate
who
club?
it is.
Debate club person?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the person you got into an argument about Shakespeare with, as you mentioned weeks ago on the podcast.
I'll never be able to run for president.
Why does this person not like you?
Maybe because I don't like William Shakespeare.
They're quite a Shakespeare fan.
They are. I think I said you could read one Shakespeare book and then you get the gist of all Shakespeare books.
Yes, and you're completely right in saying that.
Basically, but she read.
You're so right.
Over the course of the year, she read all of Shakespeare's work. So I basically said
We're
that
asking to be lectured.
Yeah, because she spent a year doing this. So I basically said you could have read one of those in a couple of weeks and been okay. But,
You were right.
Yeah, I was right. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's alright. It's alright.
She could have watched Michelle.
We've recorded 3 episodes in the last 7 days. It's interesting. So I was going to talk about our band concert, but we recorded Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Before that. Right? No. We recorded Jurassic Park on Wednesday. Band concert was Tuesday. Interesting.
Someone just screamed all aboard in my...
I just heard
house.
that. Yeah, I heard that.
Who just said all aboard?
Was that the brother? The father? The mother?
Both. Maybe both. I don't have practice tomorrow morning. I just want to let everyone know that.
You don't have 4 a.m. swim practice?
I don't.
But 4 a.m. swim practice is the best part of the day.
Why is everyone
What was
yelling
that?
all this? That is a dog.
Okay,
Who is
that's
not
the
very
dog.
happy. Logan's a grandpa right now. He is...
Really?
He gets enraged.
That's not swell.
I know, right? It's just getting like a bronc and bull. Yeah.
Wow. So, The Mitchells versus the Machines. Did you know this movie was originally titled The Mitchells versus the Machines when it first came out? But then Sony renamed it to Connected. But then the movie got sold to Netflix, and Netflix renamed it back to The Mitchells versus the Machines.
What is the connection? Like, the Connected?
I actually kind of like the Connected title better.
It sounds beautiful, but it doesn't encapsulate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Mitchells vs. the Machines obviously does a better job of saying what the movie's about. But I think Connected is a more accurate reflection of what the movie is because of how much the movie hinges on how much we use our phones and computers.
He's just,
Is that your brother?
Yeah.
See, let's check New Yemen.
He's screaming right now. He's not in his room. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. This is quite insane, Scotty. I just want to talk about Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Ooh.
And then my brother, he showed up one day. I'll never forget that day.
Never
the
forget
day
that.
My
He is
parents-
not in New Yemen.
Yeah, so he's just on his own. There's no way to tell him to be quiet.
That's very tragic.
When my parents brought my brother home, I thought, this could be nice. And then he bit me.
That's not nearly as bad as what happened to when I was born. So what happened when I was born? So I'm a younger sibling. My sister is 2 years older than me. And my cousin, who I'm really good friends with, was born 4 months before me. So, my sister, when I come home, thinks I am our cousin, and goes to my parents, when's Aaron going home? My parents, that's not Aaron, that's your new brother. And I forget how the story ends, but I think it has to do with some crying.
And now the vacuum's going on.
I do hear the vacuum.
And it's getting closer.
Good.
Oh, that is him cleaning his hamster cage. I now know what's going on. Oh, hamster.
Brother Bird has a hamster.
Oh yeah, I can
What
show
is
you.
the name of the hamster?
His first name is Fidget, but
Last name Spinner.
possibly.
Get it.
I have a great picture of me and him together.
Speaking of
Found
fidget
it.
spinners, this just popped into my mind. Do you remember when certain
He's
certain
like hitting things.
certain friend? That's beautiful.
And,
No, do you remember when certain friend 3D printed fidget spinners in 6th grade?
and sold them.
Yeah, do you remember
And
that?
yeah, I remember that whoever bought them showed me them like a day later, broken in half.
Yep, that happened to me too.
And then they realized that they got scammed.
Scammer gets scammed. I just sent a chat of who it was. If you do forget.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I remember exactly because I remember it going down. I was like, he's like, John, do you want one? I was like, I think I'll pass.
That kid's been trying to make money since he came out of the womb. I tell you.
Him and our other friend, you know, eBay
You love that other friend so much.
sold
much.
someone a table and couldn't get the money.
I was at lunch with him today, and he bought a Bang energy drink.
Oh yeah.
And the last time he bought a Bang energy drink, he told us he had the worst toilet experience of his life.
Yeah.
He also told me he watched Sing last night at 11:30, and is convinced it's like the greatest movie of all time.
It's not.
It's not that good. It's not. He's never gonna listen to this. I know he won't.
Yeah.
But it's not that good.
Just because Matthew McConaughey's in it does not mean it's the greatest movie in the world.
Listen, the sequel will be the greatest movie of all time, but
Exactly.
still got 7 months for that. But John, movie theaters are coming back like full force.
I know.
Because next weekend is A Quiet Place Part 2 and Cruella de Vil.
Oh, yeah.
And then the week after that is the new Conjuring movie. And the week after that is In the Heights. And the week after that, there's no theater movie, but the new Pixar movie, Luca, premieres on Disney+. And then the week after that, I'm pretty sure Fast and Furious 9 comes out. And then, like, nothing the weekend after that. And that the following weekend is Black Widow. And I think Black Widow is going to represent people actually wanting to go to movie theaters again.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go for Quiet Place 2. I'm telling you
I will,
that.
too. I'm probably... Well, I mean, I get bonuses now as an employee. So I'll be able to see A Quiet Place and Cruella. Because I want to see both of them.
Amen.
But I don't know if you've seen the reviews for A Quiet Place 2 have come out. And I mean, apparently it's just great. To the surprise of nobody.
Yeah, John Krasinski, like, it's kind of insane how, like, he went from being just this guy,
Funny man from The Office.
yeah, to now director of a great action
Horror
drama thing. Well, I guess it's not really drama, but I guess
Sure.
it would be in the character of or category of drama because it's like, but it doesn't dramatize. I don't know. Because, like, when I hear the word drama, I think of, like, Glee and how they over-dramatize.
Yeah, when I think of drama, I think of, I don't know.
CW shows.
Yes, that's exactly what I think of. CW shows, soap dramas, or Grey's Anatomy. You know, John loves Grey's Anatomy. That's what I think of when I think of dramas. But I think a lot of movies are dramas as well. At least a lot of movies have dramatic elements, and some execute better than others.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, the best line to come out of this movie was when the dad said, "This one's for you."
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you agree, John?
I would agree.
Yep.
Oh, there goes Nintendo Switch. But,
Uh-oh, I heard that, yeah.
oh, I didn't focus.
Oh, there it is. There's my Christmas gift to John for our band Secret Santa.
Instrumental break.
I'm gonna go get what Charlie Dolan gave me.
Oh, yeah,
Let
go.
me be right back.
Now, people, I don't know if you know this, but this is my pride and joy. I have never not seen something so much more beautiful than this. The man who wrote this is a musical genius, let me tell you.
I have it.
Yes.
John, hold up your gift from me. This one's for you, our favorite song of all time, in framed form. And here's what I got. So, first band, Secret Santa. It's called Secret Bandies. I got John. And our friend Charlie, who was on the Winter Soldier episode, got me. And on my list, I wrote down, I like superheroes, I like Star Wars, and I like John Bird. Charlie followed up on all those fronts. He got me... I didn't write Disney, or I didn't write superheroes, I wrote Disney. He got me a Mickey Mouse stuffed animal. He got me a Star Wars heat-changing mug. He got me some Mandalorian gummies. And then he really followed up and got this beauty. Show me that this one's for you. Look at this. Put it next to your face. You must... Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
That's when I had a...
This last Christmas was truly magical.
It really was.
I refuse to believe that was a good 5 months ago.
Time flies.
It really does. We've been back in school full time for... This will be our 6th week.
It feels longer than that.
It really does. It really, really... The first half of the year, I think, went by super quick.
Oh, yeah.
But then after February... Hi, Logan. After February break, it's come to like a slow motion type pace.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. I think it had to do with the fact that we didn't have school and we didn't have a lot of homework because William Shakespeare argument person couldn't give me a lot of homework, but now there's nothing stopping her really, you know?
Presentation assignment.
Presentation assignment. I don't know what I'm going to do for that, Scotty.
Yeah. This is a presentation on a certain book called The Kite Runner. Quite a weird book.
Yeah?
I can't lie. It's strange. Very strange.
Dislike it.
I see this woman, this person, I should say. I see them on Monday, I see them Tuesday, I see them Wednesday, I see them Thursday. Drop on Friday, and then I don't see them again until June 7th.
Why? How did
So,
you get so lucky?
We drop on that Friday, because state testing. And then we have Monday, the 31st off for Memorial Day. And then I have this person C block, which is always in the morning. So that means state testing on Tuesday, state testing Wednesday, state testing Thursday, drop again Friday, June 7th. So what do you have C block?
I have gym. Yes.
No,
I get out.
Oh yeah. You're gonna miss gym for a week and a half.
That's awesome.
Because John's in a boot. So
I'm in a boot.
are you wearing the boot right now?
No, I'm just wearing like a smaller version of the boot.
Boot, but small.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh.
So, all right, let's talk about the comparison of the century. What is the best Sony Pictures Animation film? Is it this or is it Spider-Verse?
I think both are about a dysfunctional family.
That is
it
true.
Feels like it. But I guess all the other Spider-Mans kind of know how to work together for some reason, which makes no sense because they've never met each other.
Yeah.
But I like that movie a lot because it's very heartfelt and it also has a lot of action. But I also like this movie because it has a lot of heartfelt action.
I think I'm gonna choose this. Spider-Verse has never really resonated with me the same way it has for a lot of people. Lots of people think it's like the greatest movie of all time. I do not think that. It's on the list of the Spider-Man movies. It's like number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think my main issue with it comes from Kingpin, and I don't think he's a good villain. We just don't get enough of him to like understand. Like, yeah, we know he lost his family, but he lost them because he's a psychopath, and he knows that he lost them because he's a psychopath. So why does he want to try and get them back? Like, because he knows it's most likely going to end the same way. Right? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't like Kingpin as the villain. I think the Prowler should have been the main villain. Oh, then and then the reveal that it's Aaron Davis is saved towards the end. Wait, I have a question. Why is Miles' last name Morales? But Aaron's last name is Davis, but Aaron is brothers with Miles' dad. So he should be Aaron Morales.
Oh, you're right. I can't think of a reason.
Yeah, because Miles' dad is black and his mom is Puerto Rican. So obviously, even if they didn't ever specify it, it's his dad's brother. It has to be because of the race. And yeah, like, Donald Glover played Aaron Davis in Homecoming, said, I got a nephew around these blocks, I don't want these weapons here. So that's, canonical proof Miles exists in the MCU. But why is he not Miles Davis, and why is Aaron not Aaron Morales? I'm going to look that up. I want to know the answer to that. Why is Aaron Davis, or why does Aaron Davis have a different last name? Google, here I come. So Miles, okay, Miles has his mom's last name
Uh,
because it's Jefferson Davis and Aaron Davis are the brothers, and then Miles' mom has the last name Morales, and so does Miles. Huh. Alright. This is an excerpt from a Miles Morales book. It says, Miles shrugged. Back in the day, my pops and my uncle did enough dirt in their lives to make Davis a bad word in some circles. I look just like them both and live in the same neighborhood. So I don't know. So I assume based on that, Miles' family chose to give him his mom's last name because maybe Davis isn't so well looked upon in some continuities.
I see.
Mm. Yeah, Spider-Verse is still a banger, even though I don't love it as much as most people do.
Mm.
This movie, I don't know, man. I don't know how Sony constantly makes bangers and then makes terrible movies. I'd honestly argue that Sony has made Sony Pictures Animation has made 4 good movies. Or 5. Let's take a look down their filmography. We have, their first movie was Open Season.
Season, banger.
Then Surf's Up.
Banger.
And then Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Banger.
And then The Smurfs.
Ugh.
And then Arthur Christmas.
Never seen it.
You need to watch that. And then The Pirates Band of Misfits.
Oh,
and then
is that
that's the claymation pirate movie.
Ah.
And then Hotel Transylvania.
Banger.
The Smurfs 2. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Hotel Transylvania 2.
Ugh.
The live-action Goosebumps. I have no clue why Sony Pictures Animation made that. That's really weird.
Yeah.
And then The Smurfs: The Lost Village. The Emoji Movie.
Great movie.
The Star. Peter Rabbit. Hotel Transylvania 3. Goosebumps 2. Spider-Verse. The Angry Birds Movie 2. Wish Dragon, which I've never heard of, and The Mitchells vs. the Machines.
Let's see.
So I'm willing to argue that the only good movies out of those, Mitchells vs. the Machines, Spider-Verse, the first Hotel Transylvania, Arthur Christmas, and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
I agree.
I've heard good things about the Pirates Band of Misfits, but I have not seen that, so maybe that's another one. But yeah, Sony Pictures Animation. No hits, only misses. Other than 5 good movies. You need to watch Arthur Christmas. It's the most underrated Christmas movie.
You got it. Is it like Arthur from... What's it called?
The cartoon?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Here's the synopsis. Everyone knows that each Christmas, Santa Claus delivers presents to every last child on Earth. What everyone doesn't know is that Santa accomplishes this feat with a very high-tech operation at the North Pole. But when the unthinkable happens, and Santa misses one child out of hundreds of millions, someone has to save the day. It's up to Arthur, Santa's youngest son, to deliver a present to the forgotten child before Christmas morning dawn.
Oh.
It's got a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Then it must be good.
Yeah, it's really good. I had never seen it until maybe 2016, and all I could think of was, wow, how had I never seen this before? So I always heard such great things about it. But yeah, most underrated Christmas movie, no exceptions. It reminds me of Prep and Landing. Have you seen that?
I think so.
It's like a short film or Christmas short about these two elves, about these elves who prep the house for Santa,
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah, they're so good. The first one is like one of my favorite Christmas shorts. And it kind of reminds me of that because I feel like in the first one, like one of the houses that the elves are preparing, they have to end up delivering the gifts to because like Santa's caught in a storm or something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for Christmas. The whole month of November, we're just doing Christmas movies, or December.
Yes,
we're just doing Christmas movies.
it sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm. If we're still going by then, which I'm sure we will be, because
Amen.
Can't give up.
Never give up.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. I don't want to get copyrighted, so we're gonna stop singing.
Sounds good.
But yeah, John, you got any closing thoughts on the Mitchells versus the Machines?
I think it has a very important message that, no matter what, you should love your family. Actually, well, you might misconstrue that as, like, if your family is a psychopath murderer, you might still love them. But what I mean to say is, if your family's just...
If your family's kind to you, be kind to them.
Yeah, unless they're murderers.
Mm.
Or something else.
Well, yeah, unless they're criminals.
I'm a criminal.
No, you're not. No more on that, though. No more on that.
You're not a criminal unless you get caught.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. By your logic, the Zodiac Killer is not a criminal because they never caught him. Or her. True. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because they never
That's
caught him.
It's a good movie. Zodiac Killer. Yeah.
It was Ted Cruz.
So good.
It was Ted Cruz. He was the Zodiac Killer.
It was. He liked cheese. Did you see that Twitter? There was like this Twitter thing that he had recently. Where he's like...
I think I blocked him on Twitter because I was so sick of seeing him.
Yeah. What was it? He had this like thing. It was like he went to go see in Texas this sculpture of a cow in butter.
Just like Spencer from iCarly.
Yeah, he wore just a white t-shirt and jeans, and he stood next to it and smiled, and he said, the caption was like, "My daughter would have loved this. She loves butter."
What?
And that was like the caption. It was quite beautiful.
Wait, I need to see this. Ted Cruz. I need to look up Ted Cruz.
Cow butter.
Butter.
Oh, there it is. Wow, a cow made of butter. My girls would love it. In fact, the first sentence Caroline ever said was, "I like butter."
No way that's real. No way that's real.
Oh, it's real. Oh, I'm sending the link to you right now in Snapchat. Good old Ted.
Oh my god, it's real. Oh, it's from August of 2014.
So beautiful.
Oh
it's like when you scroll down far enough on anyone's page, you'll find something like this.
Wow, a cow made of butter. My girls would love it. Alright, is it time to wrap up?
I think so.
Alright, go watch The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Don't be like Ted Cruz. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at divingdeep_pod. John's doing something nice with his hands right now, so I'm going to let him close out the show per usual.
Just like a bird, be free. And peace.